My name is Raviki Vandenurkar and I am the project manager for the Galaxy devices. Before we start, I just want to make sure if I am audible to the people who are calling in from Korea. I guess I am. Let's continue. For the next year, we have planned something really special. We'll be launching our next flagship device, Samsung Galaxy S6. I want to welcome all of you to the kickoff meeting for the next Galaxy device, Samsung Galaxy S6. Let's begin with the agenda for the meeting. We'll start with the introductions, then moving on to the success stories of our previous flagship devices, Samsung Galaxy S8 and S9. We'll then take a look at project scope, what all is included, what are the deliverables, how we are producing the next best smartphone. All of those questions will be covered in that. Moving on to assumptions, we'll see what is out of scope for this project and what we need to consider while building our next flagship device. Project communications is the most critical part of the project. Bad communication practices may lead to failure of the project, which is why we'll discuss the topic here. Then I'll go over project milestones, what are the deliverables and when they are due. Eventually, we'll go over the conclusions. And at the end, I'll hold a Q&A session. I'll be in the room for 10-15 minutes after the meeting if you have any additional topics to discuss. So let's begin with the quick introduction of the team. Many of us have already been part of building Samsung S8 and S9 devices, but I want all of us to know each other better. We have a strong management side with Kim Kant being executive sponsor. Scott Bucko will be our business owner. He'll be handling all the business level communications and decisions. I'll be leading and managing the team as a project manager, and I have already created a project charter along with the performing risk analysis on that. For the architectural guidance, we have Vance Green and Chris Lees who can support us on architectural help on software and hardware side of the things. We'll be working under agile in bi-weekly iterations. So Patty Kennedy will be acting as our scrum master to avoid any shoulder taps to the team. Joshua Papads will be owning weekly deliverables, acting as a product owner. He'll also manage the product backlog and prioritize the backlog. We have very successfully development team comprising of Chen Li, Kristen Shaw, Adam Pate, Emily Penta, James Opiela, Dinesh Kaju, Katie Taylor. But we needed some guidance in security and user experience areas. So we have acquired Dave Henderson from security engineer side and Holly Hernandez as a user experience expert. Before we jump on to the next Galaxy devices, I want to cherish our accomplishments from previous devices. I also congratulate all of you being part of this successful team and company. After a setback with Galaxy Note devices, we launched Samsung Galaxy S8. It was the first device to boast 90% screen-to-body ratio and was completely weather-resistant to water and dust. Galaxy S8 won many awards for being the best smartphone in 2017. A month ago, we launched Samsung Galaxy S9 with variable aperture in the camera. It can change its aperture from f1.5 to f2.4. On top of it, its camera can record super slow motion videos up to 960 frames per second. So I guess that is an achievement in itself because such kind of technology has not been in the market ever. Undoubtedly, it won Mobile World Congress Award for the best smartphone in 2018. Now, let's move on to project scope. So the question might come to your mind, what is coming next for Galaxy S6? We'll be implementing an interchangeable lens system. It will get rid of multiple cameras on your phone. You can literally change the lenses as per the needs. If you need to take a landscape shot, you can put on a wide angle lens. If you want to zoom into the shot, you can switch to the telephoto lens. If you are doing portrait photography, you can put on a portrait lens and go on with the photo shoot. We have already started working with the lens manufacturers to produce state-of-art lightweight lenses. To support these systems, we definitely need an amazing we definitely need to redesign our image processing system. We have already added a separate image processing chip in Samsung Galaxy S9. We'll be continuing on that hardware and beefing up our software to take multiple images and compress them into a single one. This produces crystal clear, high dynamic range images. It is also great technique to improve low light performance of the camera. With the redesigned system and interchangeable lenses will be the challenging digital SLRs. If a handheld communication device can do what SLRs can do, then who needs an SLR? As you know, we already have a security system called Samsung Knox. With the current circumstances on the leak of privacy data, we want to make our phones more secure. That is why we will be creating a new system, ProShield. ProShield will be keeping our devices safe from viruses, trojans, or data leaks because of the consumers won't have to spend extra money on third-party security softwares. Having Samsung Knox and ProShield working together, Galaxy S6 will be the most secure device in the market. Coming on to the assumptions, I want to make sure all of us understand what is in the scope and what is out of the scope. Upgrades to our proprietary TouchWiz Android UI is out of scope for this project. Team Phoenix is working on upgrading the TouchWiz UI, so we don't have to worry about that. Also, the second point, while designing the interchangeable system, we want to keep in mind that we'll be keeping our infinity screen. It offers the best viewers experience. That is why we want to continue with that in Samsung Galaxy S6. As I mentioned earlier, project communications is the integral part of the project success. So keep transparency, we'll be having bi-weekly team demos. On top of the product On top of that, product owner will be sending out weekly status reports to me. I have already sent weekly status report format to Joshua. That template includes current status, any risk, etc. For the communications, we are encouraging to use face-to-face communications. You all know it is the most effective communication tactics. But I understand some of our colleagues are working out of Korea. So, for ease of access, we'll be using communication channels like Skype, FlowDoc, WebEx to facilitate remote meetings, and of course, you can use emails. At the end of iterations, we are encouraging teams to have their retrospectives to make improvement in their processes. As per my prior experience, I created this timeline and milestones. We'll be targeting our first deliverable before September 20, which is interchangeable lens system. The second deliverable will be enhanced image processor due by October 12. The ProShield tool needs to be ready before December 15. After that, UX team will be doing analysis till January 15 of 2019, producing their report. On the basis of report, we may have to make any changes. As you can see, all of these deadlines includes buffer to mitigate any risk at later stages. Also, there is a significant gap between finalizing the product launch and having it ready in the customer's hand. This is because we want to make sure our new device is user acceptable and secure to be used. Coming on to the conclusions, I understand we are really stretching our innovations and it is daunting task, but we'll be building something which has never been done before. We also want to make sure that we are adhering to the deadlines to avoid any delays or risk. Any questions or concerns in the room? Any questions online on call? Alright, no worries. I'll be in the room and call for the next 15 minutes. Feel free to shoot out anything. Even if you have any questions at later stages, you can meet me in person or shoot out a quick email. I'll be happy to help you out. Thank you. I want to thank all of you for attending this kickoff meeting. We have officially started building next flagships from Samsung. Welcome aboard. This is a disclaimer. This presentation is strictly prepared for academic purposes and does not relate to any real projects at Samsung. Thank you.